This is a video for the answers chapter 13 on your SPSS Week 12 assignment. In this video, I will emphasize on how you should report a statistical analysis. First thing you would look is always the significance value, and it's the two-tail. So look at question number 1. You look at the significance two-tail first before you can interpret what it means. So in this example, you would say that the two-tail is more than the p-value of 0.01, which is the good score for the p-value, the significance. So if it's 0.01 or 0.05, then that means it's not significant. When it's not significant, that means that there's no difference between the two groups being compared. The two groups being compared here are the male and the female customers. After you report the significance value, then you can go back and talk about the mean value. For the second question, same thing. You always have to report the sig value, the significance. So the significance is 0.00, that means it's very significant. And you would just say that it's significant at 0.01. The p-value is significant, is less than 0.01. After you look at this, and then you talk about the mean. So you said, looking at the mean, it can tell us that waterfront view is preferred over the drive less than 30 minutes. So there is a difference between the two groups' preferences. For question 5, you will look at the income level. You will look at the sig value first. Again, same thing. If the significance value tells you something, then you'll go ahead and explain more in detail. If it's not significant, there's no point of explaining. So if it's significant, that means that the income level does matter, whether the likelihood for them to be a customer of the restaurant or not. So you see there is a difference looking at a sig value, and then you would describe, you discuss, say, okay, people having the income of 15,000 and more would be less likely, followed by this group, this pair, and then this three income levels, which is on a very similar mean value, 0.400 to 0.422. So you have to describe it that way. For the last question, you also do a one-way ANOVA, which is the same as the question 5. Again, look at the sig value. You always have to report the significance value. And then next, you would look at the zip code, which is coded by letter. See here? So A, B, C, D. This sig is not the same as the significance value in the ANOVA table. You will always have to report the ANOVA table first. This is the post hoc test. Okay? So you will just discuss, the mean value after you discuss the significance. Again, if it's not significant, then that means that there's no difference, so you don't have to go in detail. But if they're significant, that means you have to go into detail. Again, there's a question 5, they ask about notion. It's not hypothesis. There's two different things. Answer the question as it's being asked. Okay? And so for this question, going back to question 6, you can see that zip code say A is 1.19. So they have the lowest mean compared to B, which has the highest mean. So the sequence would be A, B, C, and then D. So it shows that there is a difference in where people live, and people who live in zip code B would have the highest likelihood to prefer to go to an upscale restaurant. Okay, I see majority of you did understand how to interpret it and did a very good job, but you cannot, for those who did not interpret or report the sig value, it's an incomplete analysis. In all statistical analysis, you need to report the significance value. That's very important. That's a very important number to report. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know.